Live from Asmara, this is ERi-TV English News Broadcast for 14th of March. The time is 10:30 p.m. Good evening to you, and let's begin with the top stories. ERi potable water project at 90% completion. National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students Week concludes. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says 15,000 Iranian target hit. Cuba says it has opened talks with U.S. amid oil blockade. Thank you for joining us. Proceeding with the outflow reports. Engineer Takhlawaini, coordinator of ERi potable water project in the Ma'ar administrative area of Adli Sabzon, indicated that 90% of the construction of the potable water project has been completed. Engineer Takhlawaini further said that the project is being carried out in collaboration with the public and members of the defense force, and that the water source well, as well as the installation of 600 meters of pipeline, have so far been finalized. Noting that the contribution being made by members of the Defense Force is part of the national responsibility they are shouldering, Major Hagos Abraham, Brigade Commander, said that the unit is also involved in ensuring energy supply to the public. The residents of Ma'ar and the members of the Defense Force taking part in the project said that they are exerting strong effort to finalize the project before the coming of the rainy season. The Ma'ar administrative area is located 17 kilometers southwest of Adli. The National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students Week, which continued for a month under the theme Our Community-Based Organization Foundation for Our Overall Capacity in Teganate Sabzon, concluded on 11th of March. The week, which was conducted in 18 administrative areas of the Sabzon, featured cultural, artistic, and educational competitions, as well as other programs. Mr. Mehretab Ademariam, head of the union branch in the Sabzon, said that the competition have made a significant contribution in enabling participants to identify their talents and commend all those who contributed to the successful implementation of the Youth Week. At the event, the Indamaso Award was presented to 81 outstanding students who scored over 80 points in the 8th grade national examination. Noting the significance of the week in enabling youth to identify their talents and share experience with one another, Mr. Abdul Qadir Haj Ali, administrator of the Sabzon, called for the sustainability of the program. Those were updates on local issues. Global affairs will follow as we come back. Stay tuned. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said yesterday that U.S.-Israeli strikes have hit more than 15,000 Iranian targets since the start of the war, and predicted that very soon all of Iran's defense companies will be destroyed. The White House on Thursday outlined its objective in the campaign: destroy Iran's missile arsenals, eliminate its navy, ensure Tehran can never obtain a nuclear weapon, and neutralize the threat posed by Iran-backed militant groups. Hegseth also addressed reports about the condition of Iran's new supreme leader, Mujtaba Khamenei, claiming he's being wounded and likely disfigured following U.S. strikes targeting Iranian leadership. Despite the intensified U.S. campaign, Iran has continued launching missiles and drone attacks on Israel and neighboring Gulf states. Iranian forces have also effectively closed the Strait of Hormuz, a critical shipping route through which roughly 1/5 of the world's traded oil passes. The Pentagon estimates the first week of the war cost the United States $11.3 billion. Meanwhile, the UN Refugee Agency reported up to 3.2 million people in Iran have been displaced. Lebanese authorities also say roughly 800,000 residents have fled their homes as Israel targets sites linked to Iran-backed Hezbollah militants. Cuba has opened talks with the U.S. government, President Miguel Diaz-Canel said yesterday, amid a severe economic crisis and as the communist government has come under increasing pressure from U.S. President Donald Trump. Cuba is suffering from hours-long power blackouts and fuel shortage, exacerbated by Trump's imposition of an oil blockade on the Caribbean island. Since the U.S. captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and removed from power Cuba's most important foreign benefactor in January, Trump has cut off Venezuelan oil shipment to Cuba and threatened to slap tariffs on any other country that sells oil to Cuba. Trump in recent weeks had made a series of statements saying Cuba was on the verge of collapse or eager to make a deal with the United States. We're about to end our news broadcast, but before we sign off, here's a final glance at the top stories. Adelegi potable water project at 90% completion. National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students Week concludes. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says 15,000 Iranian targets hit. Cuba says it has opened talks with U.S. amid oil blockade. That's all with the news for this session. On behalf of the entire news crew, thank you for watching. Have a great night.